Welcome back to another video. We're going to do Stranger Things Season 5 predictions. Now, I don't know if you want to start this off or you want me to.
You probably should.
I probably
I
should.
need a refresher.
All right.
Yeah.
My first prediction, I feel like this is just not something too big or like too special, but I feel like that Karen is going to have a way bigger role in this season. I feel like that she's gonna play a huge
Okay.
role.
Okay.
I feel like that she's gonna honestly. I think she's gonna die, and that's just what I think. I don't know what you think about that,
Okay.
Karen Wheeler.
Okay. I agree. I think the Wheeler family is going to be much more involved in this season. I think that she's going to have a lot. I think that maybe the younger sister is going to have a lot to do. I think the Wheeler family is going to be a key point that Vecna will attack a part of. I think that's how he's going to try and get to them is through the Wheeler family to make Mike pull in, then pulling in the whole group. I could see that happening for sure.
Okay,
Could see it happening for sure.
okay.
I about dropped
I
everything.
think something that we like. I really want to talk about is Steve, because I feel like Steve is the most interesting character to talk about this next season. Because a lot of people think he's gonna die. Honestly,
Like
a lot of
hope.
people think it's just like a coin flip, and I'm just kind of interested
I think
because
he's going to die.
you do. Can I see your
I
reason,
really
your
don't want him
theory
to.
why?
I think that he has too much good going for him. Like I think season 4 went too well for him. I think they're leading us up to think that him and Nancy are going to get back together just to murder Steve and to almost give us a little heartbreak there at the end type thing. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. I feel like he's going to die. And I really don't want him to because he's my favorite character. I really don't want him to die. But I really think he might. I think he's either going to sacrifice for Nancy or something like that. Some
This
I don't know, but I think he's gonna die either for Nancy or something for the kids. Maybe I don't know.
I don't believe he will. I feel like he's so liked. He's so easy to kill off because he has like no connections like outside of the main story. That makes sense. Like with the Wheeler family, if Mike
Hmm.
died, there'd be a whole lot because like Karen's been in there. Obviously, the dad's been in there a little bit. Obviously, Nancy. So there's like so many connections with Mike with the main story. But with Steve, I feel like he's just like everybody's like good friend, and he's like a big part of the story. But he's just so easy to kill off. But I just have a gut feeling that he won't. I just don't think they will do that to us,
Hmm.
especially like he's not like I love Steve. I think he's like the fan favorite, but he can't be like the big death if that makes sense.
It's
Like
my favorite.
if like he was like he's gonna die like in the middle of the season. Like that's how he like he's not like the end of the season be all end all
See,
death.
I could see him being one of the big deaths.
Yes, I see him being
I
the
don't
big
think he's going
death.
to be the big death. I think Eleven's probably going to die,
Yeah.
but I could see him being the second biggest death of the season. No
Yeah.
matter how he dies, he's just too popular of a character that if he does end up dying, it'll be such a big deal. Because he's personally my favorite, not because of all the lot. I think his character development was so good, and it really was. It was just amazing. But I just feel like he's gonna. He just feels like one of those characters that had the same gut feeling with Billy and Bob. He just feels like one of those characters that just needs to die almost. He almost feels like he's there and he's gonna die. I don't want him to. I hope you're right because I love Steve, but I have a gut feeling he's gonna die.
Yeah. Again, there's so many.
I
It's
think I
just
have a gut feeling he's going to die sacrificing for Nancy.
yeah. I feel like he's gonna die like in the middle of the season, which would really suck. Like just because he's like again a fan favorite, and I feel like that's just hard
If
to
he
do.
dies while I'm in my Stranger Things pajamas, I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah. And this might be a hot take, but I feel like Dustin is going to die. Now, this might be a crazy
I'm
hot
going
take,
to be upset.
but I feel like for the same reasons as Steve, his only connection to the friend group is that he's friends with everybody. We don't really see his mom a lot. His mom's not really in the picture, and his girlfriend's like in a whole other state. A lot of people, and this is also, I want to bring this up because this really pisses me off when people say, well, there's no reason to kill this character off. It's the last season. They can kill anybody off. It doesn't ruin the show. Again, the season 5 might be terrible, but I feel like there's always a reason to kill a character off. And I feel like Dustin, he's just going to be a very impactful death. He'll be a really big
Him.
death.
No.
So I just,
No.
I like Dustin, but I just have a feeling, I just have this feeling that he's going to die. In the way, but
I
the
swear to God.
the problem I have with him dying is like, how do they kill him off? Like, again, he's not really like involved in the story a lot, so there's not like a big. It wouldn't like motivate. I mean, it would motivate them a lot to win and beat Vecna, but like
I
if
think he would be a really big, impactful death of being one of the main core
what
original four.
for
I could
sure,
see him dying by maybe them faking a Steve death, a pump fake Steve death, and then killing Dustin, since those two are usually together.
yeah,
I could see them doing that.
mm,
Because I feel like everybody is expecting Steve to die. I could
yeah.
see them pump faking us with Steve and getting Dustin.
This also like a pump fake that could happen is the Steve's like the his I can't think of her name. Scoops Ahoy girl works with Steve.
Oh,
I can't think of her name for some reason. Robin.
Robin. Yeah, I
Yeah.
about to say I knew it started with an R.
I feel like she's gonna
Yeah,
die.
I feel like Steve, bro. I feel like she could. I feel like Steve's one of those deaths where it's so predictable. I feel like they might pump fake us with him because I feel
Yeah.
like everybody's expecting Steve to die. They're just that's the they maybe they were originally planning to, but they might flip it and pump fake us and get Robin or Dustin.
Okay.
I just feel like I now that I'm thinking about it more, I don't think they're gonna kill Steve because I feel like it'll be too predictable
Like
that
that's
he'd
what I'm
die.
saying. Like that's where I'm at. Like it's too predictable. It's very easy to
Yeah,
kill him off because like again he's so
I
well
think
liked and
Dustin would be less predictable.
yeah, that's also where I'm getting at because again he's the original four. Also, there's something I want to talk about. I feel like
Hmm.
I don't think any of the main four except Mike really. I think Mike has the highest chances of dying. Like legitimately, I know that might sound weird,
Mike and
but I feel like the whole Wheeler family is gonna get like Thanos snapped, and that'll be the select four to get halved. If that makes sense. I feel like the
I think
whole
11 might die too.
yeah. I think 11's like 100%. Like she's gonna
But I could
die.
also see something happening where 11 sacrifices herself for Mike, or Mike sacrifices
Yes.
himself for 11,
Here's
since
what.
that relationship's always been. And one of those two is going to die. There's no way they
Yeah.
both survive.
Yeah. For
So I
sure.
feel like their deaths are going to have to do with each other.
I feel like they both are gonna die. I feel like Mike's gonna sacrifice himself, and that's gonna motivate 11 to win. But then in turn, she's gonna like kill herself at the end of the day, or she'll like do
It
the
could.
bullshit where she like revived Max, and then she'll revive Mike, and they'll like that uses the rest of her power, and she'll die.
Mhm.
So obviously 11,
I could see
I,
that.
I feel like 11 100% dies, and I don't think they lose. I think there's a 0%
Yeah.
chance they lose because they already lost. Again,
Yeah,
this is
there's no way.
they basically lost in season one. 11 was thought to be dead. There was a lot of more questions than answers. And then in season two, I feel like season two is the only time they like truly just it seemed like they totally defeated it. Like there was like almost like no questions that it was still alive. It was like stuck in the upside down. And then in season three, Hopper dies. Like they have a lot of loss in season three. Obviously in season two, Bill or dies. I can't think of his name. And then in season
Bob.
four, obviously they lose. Like it seems like they legitimately lost. So, but I'm also,
Hmm.
so yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to lose. I think it. I think this is. You can't end a 5 season long show with a loss.
that's a decade
It's
old
too
at this
much
point.
plot development.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm
too
agree with
much.
you.
But I definitely think Mike and Will's death, or sorry, Mike and Eleven's death is going to have to do with each other
Yeah,
because
100%.
they're lovers, and I feel like obviously one of them is going to die. I'm not sure if I'm guaranteed Eleven's going to die. I think they could pump fake and go with Mike, but I think they'll both die. But I think they're going to have to do it. I guess somehow those two are going to be their storyline's going to be together. They're
Yeah,
going to be because they've never had the same storyline. Every season they always get split up. So
yeah,
I feel
except in
like they're
season
going to
one.
be put together. Yeah.
Yeah, and also something like I'm interested in is Max. Like, what are they gonna do with her? Because she's alive, but
I
like
didn't like Max in season 4.
you didn't. It wasn't true to her character, and I
No.
know I like what they did with the storyline. They
Exactly.
could have done. I feel like it just wasn't her. If they would have shown us hints of her, like how she like takes on trauma and stuff, because obviously she didn't have really a great life. If they would have shown us like trauma in the past,
Hmm.
like her dad or something of that nature, but she just seemed like a very strong, like moral person. Like had like it just doesn't seem like Billy's death and all this stuff happening. It feels like she would like
It
it
felt
wouldn't. It
forced.
felt yes. I like what they did. I think the storyline was great,
Mhm.
honestly, but just for the wrong character. But yeah.
Yeah, it just felt forced. It felt like a brand new character.
Exactly. It didn't. Max has never like been depressed or anything. Like she's just been rude, and then like
Yeah.
then she's just. I get why obviously, but she never really liked Billy. Billy was just rude to
Yeah.
her, and like I feel like obviously her living situation's different, But I mean, she's still with her mom. She didn't even like her stepdad. So it seems like honestly, like things weren't terrible. It just seemed like she was a poorer now, and that like was making her depressed. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Mm,
That's just how I view it personally.
no, I agree.
But anyway, I'm
I
very
agree.
interested
I
to see
agree.
what they do with her because because she's like brain dead. So what do you do with her at this point? I don't know.
I don't think she's gonna do anything. I don't think she's gonna have to do anything with the. I think she's going to be in the hospital the entire season.
You think so?
Because there's no way you can do anything with her.
I feel like
Are they gonna say, "Oh, she healed"? Like,
no. The
it's too
thing,
much injury to just heal
the thing that people are
and
saying
get up and do something.
that
Maybe
she's
mentally, like in her head.
like a lot of people think that she's gonna like be like Vecna is gonna use her as a vessel. Like she's like Vecna's gonna almost some people
Mm.
think that like he died and then like went into her mind and then it's gonna be like her battling Vecna in her mind trying to beat him and then like they're gonna slowly discover that Vecna is Max and then that's how the fight's gonna go or something like that. Or Max is gonna be like trapped in Vecna's head and then she's gonna try to escape and get back into her own body. But yeah, I feel like it's very interesting. I hope they do it well. I hope it's exciting to watch. But
Mm.
I don't know. This is all theory. But I guess my theory with her is, I do
Hmm.
think, legitimately, I think she's gonna die. I know a lot of people think that she's not gonna die. They already kind of killed her off. But I feel like she's gonna come back and then she's gonna die again. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of death too. I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of our main cast is gonna
I think there
die.
is.
But
I think there's going to be a lot of. I almost feel like there's going to be a lot of sacrifice because I could also see Lucas sacrificing himself
so
for
for
Max to
Max,
survive
yeah,
and things like that. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be. There's too much to predict it, but I think there's going to be sacrifice. There's gonna be death because I think that's been one of the most critical things people have told them is like this show is great, but nobody dies and
yeah,
there's no stakes because everybody always survives.
yeah.
So I think that they've really took that to heart and they were like, all right, we're gonna kill anybody. And I think it's gonna make the season if they do it right, it's gonna be so good.
I legitimately think it's just
But
yeah.
they gotta kill off the right people.
Now, my least favorite character. This is somebody I want to touch upon because I feel like that
Jonathan. I hate him.
we'll talk about John. He's
Frick
dead.
Jonathan, dude.
I think he's
Frick Jonathan. Frick Jonathan.
110%
Better die.
dead.
I swear to God, if he doesn't die, I'm gonna be mad.
I think he's
He better die, dude. I
110.
want him to. I want them to open up the season and show him get stabbed, and then them all walk away. Like I hate him.
I think
He
he's
does nothing for the group. What does he do? What does he add to the story?
he mopes,
Nothing.
dude. He mopes.
He has added nothing since season one, and even season two, he did a little bit. But since then, he's added no depth to the story. He just mopes around and asks Nancy to do everything for him, and it just makes me so
This is
mad.
something I want to add
I
on.
hate
Their
Jonathan.
relationship is so forced. Like they are definitely not meant to be with each
So
other. It doesn't
forced.
make sense. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know. I don't get it.
It's
Like
so
if
forced. I everything about Jonathan's character I do not like. And I
but
swear to God, if he
I think he's
survives, I'm gonna be so mad. Nothing about his character is good.
I think he's
Nothing.
110% dead. To be honest, he's gonna die in some way, like sacrifice.
Better be. I
I
swear to
This
God.
also brings me to Will because I feel like either like the Byers family is gonna die. I don't think Joyce dies. I just don't see her like everything she's been through. It just seems like kind of like shitty
Uh-uh.
to kill her off,
Yeah.
honestly. But I do see herself like trying to help
I think
Will in
Will's gonna
some
die.
way. I do think her like kids are gonna die,
I feel like Will.
and but I feel like if Joyce
I
doesn't
think.
die, it's really hard to kill her kids off because like what is she if her kids die, then what's the point of her
Hmm,
being alive after this? Obviously she's gonna be like traumatized and it's obviously like Hopper and her are like a thing, but it just seemed like kind of
yeah.
like she's kind of there, but the whole reason that she's been there for the whole
Yeah. Like
series
a
is
sacrifice type thing could happen.
yeah. But like I feel like it'd make rewatching the show
You know,
also suck.
like maybe Jonathan sacrifices for Joyce. You know, something like
Yeah,
that. I don't know.
I see John dying, but I see John dying, but if Will dies, I see Joyce dying, and so I feel like it's really like messy.
I feel like Will's gonna die.
I do too, but I feel like Joyce is
I
gonna
feel like
die
Will's
too.
110% dead because the story started with Will. I feel like it
That
has to
has to
end
end with
with Will.
it's gonna be something with him and 11 because he can like
Mhm.
sense when Vecna's there, which I don't know. I feel like that's gonna definitely play a bigger role. Like they've been hinting at it more and more and more, like with like Billy
Yes,
in the
I feel
sauna.
like that was such a cool thing that they never use.
Yeah, like Billy when in the sauna, like they sense when like Vecna was in control again, and if freaking Mike or if they would have just said get away from the door instead of like whispering it then yelling it. But anyway, that's gonna be interesting because I
Yes,
think
I
it's gonna
agree.
be like something with Max. Like they'll know when she's there and when she's not. So I think they could play
Mm.
with that really well. But it's just if they do. I don't know how they do that, but
Yeah,
personally, but
yeah, I agree. I just want them to dive into the horror aspect of it because at the end of the day, it's a horror show
yeah,
that I feel like only season three really did that. And season one did it pretty well too with the Demogorgon never really showing it. Like I hope, well, I guess I hope that like something's creepy, like some of the deaths are creepy,
I feel like in season
diving into that kind of supernatural type thing.
I feel like in season four it was more like gore. And I think they did that really well, like the bones cracking and like kind of like I feel like it was more, but like wasn't like I don't know, like it didn't like slowly build up fear, like you like being scared of what's gonna happen and like the
Yeah,
characters dying. So yeah, I'm very curious because again I feel like they could go any way with this and it'd still be surprising. I don't think
yeah,
even like killing off Steve, I think that'd still be surprising because it's just so 50-50. The only thing they could do to mess it up is everybody lives.
yeah.
If everybody lives, this.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I swear to God. That was my problem with season four. It was another problem I had. It felt like nobody could die. Like it was one
Yeah,
of those situations where we've gone through three seasons and nobody's died. When it came to season four, I was like, they're not going to kill anybody off. They never do. And then, shocker, shocker, they didn't kill anybody off.
I feel like.
So I think they need to. And if they
Yeah.
don't, they're screwing it up. And they've already came out and said too that there will be unexpected deaths.
Okay. So yeah.
Some producer came out and said that there's going to like you. He said something about deaths, and he said there is deaths in it. So that is confirmed that there are deaths in it. What they are, obviously, we don't know. But he did. Some producer or something did come out and say like you guys are not going to expect what's going to happen. So I think
Also,
they've also done a great job of making it really unpredictable.
yeah. Again, like I feel like nothing's predictable. Like in a lot of shows, especially on Netflix. Like, for example, I used to watch Outer Banks. I haven't watched the most recent season, but I remember watching season three, and I predicted every single plot point an episode prior. I don't know if you watch Outer Banks, but it literally it ruined the show how predictable it was. Oh my gosh! Like I was like, oh, they're gonna do this. Oh wow, I was right. Like it just seems so. Anyway, so I hope Strange Things. Like I feel like that's a show that really doesn't have that. Like
Yeah,
even if I were to predict it,
yeah,
I would
they're
be
unpredictable.
surprised if I predicted it. If that makes sense.
Like I said, they do things so well. Like when they do like a plot point, like when in season two when they're going to fight the demidogs with Steve and all them, and it doesn't work, and you don't really know what's about to happen because like I like that plans don't work, stuff doesn't go according to
Yeah.
plan. It's hard to predict what's actually going to work and what's not going to work. I look. That was my problem with the Flash show on Netflix. It was so predictable. I did a similar thing. I predicted an entire season, and that's exactly what happened.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
it's just not. But Stranger Things does a great job of not being predictable.
Also, something else I want to talk about is Mike and Will. How this is a theory between fans. How dumb do you think this is? How retarded and how stupid do you think this is?
It's so dumb, dude. I hate it.
It
I hate
doesn't.
it.
And
I hate it.
I legitimately like I can get it like because there's marketing strategies like where they're trying to like push it that way, but it doesn't make sense for Mike's character whatsoever. Like 0 sense. Like they're just friends. Like I don't
If
know.
dude,
I
if
do.
they come out and Mike and Will are and Gary together, it might ruin the whole season for me.
It definitely could. Like
I'm not gonna lie.
the whole show
It could
has
ruin the
built on
entire
the
season.
whole show. We gotta think the whole show is built on 11 and Mike's relation. Like it's such a like a foundational part. Like if you take that away, the building's just gonna crumble. The whole show crumbles, and the rewatchability is next to none because you just like know like there's no point. Like why are they together if Mike's gay?
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm very.
Yeah,
That's
I
some.
swear if they do that, it might ruin it.
All right, the last thing I want to talk about, and this is my personal theory. I think the Mind Flayer is the big bad. I think that it is the overall evil. I don't think Vecna is. I think there's going to be like a.
Ooh, I've heard this theory before, and I
I
don't
I
like it.
believe that Vecna is going to be betrayed by the Mind Flayer, and then the Mind Flayer is going to take over Vecna, and then like obviously like it's going to be overpowered as shit, and then it's going to like flip. I think it's going to be very interesting because I feel like
Hmm.
Vecna, honestly, his
Yeah. No.
character is just a bitchy little baby kid. And I don't get it. Like I feel like his backstory doesn't add up to me, if that makes sense. Like they didn't like
Hmm.
hint at reasons why he was like that. I mean, he could just be like that as a kid, but he was just a little baby. He was literally rich, and his parents were nice to him, and he just was mad
Hmm.
about that. I don't know. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm really hoping the Mind
No,
Flayer.
I've heard that theory, and I really like that theory.
Yeah, so
I
that's
really like that theory. I feel like that could definitely be true
yeah. I think
because,
it.
like, he is a baby, and some of the things he's able to do, he was not able to do when he got put into the Upside Down. And I've heard the theory that the Mind Flayer gave him the ability to do those
Mhm.
things, and he's was like he's the big bad and gave Vecna just another foot soldier, and I think
Yeah,
that's a great theory
yeah,
because the Mind Flayer I feel like had so much more stakes to it. Like as much as Vecna, just cracks everybody's bones and murders
mhm.
them. I don't know. It felt like he wasn't as menacing as the Mind Flayer
Yeah.
was.
Like literally, like how many Vecna killed 4 people, like, and then like in season 3, like it seemed
Yeah, the
like
Mind Flayer killed like
yeah,
hundreds.
yeah. And again, like the that was I wonder like they never really like tell us. They like hinted at like it was all Vecna at the end of the day. But I'm really curious like if like the Mind Flayer made Vecna think that that was him doing that. So that's very I'm very curious. I
Hmm.
really hope they go it this way because I think it'd be really interesting how they explain it and do
Yeah.
it. And
Well,
yeah,
and even that scene in season 4 when they show him going into the Upside Down, they never actually show it happen. They just show Vecna and then the Mind Flayer. They never actually show what happened, so we don't
yeah,
actually know what happened there.
yeah,
You know, I don't know. I like that theory though. I've heard
yeah.
that one before, and I really
So
like it.
so I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen. But you know, honestly, anything can happen. So
I really like it.
yeah. So yeah, that's really about it.